possession in the third quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Takes it at the 7. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. As we count down through the final few weeks of the season, these guys have nothing to sweat about. They've clinched the top spots, so the road to the Super Bowl, it runs through them.
And there's a natural inclination here, partner, to say, okay, a lot of guys aren't going to play down the stretch. We've clinched. We're ready to go. But there's another part where you say, let's show the league why we're the #1 team. Maybe you intimidate someone. Maybe you dissuade them from thinking that they can beat you in the playoffs by going out and being really impressive down the stretch.
Absolutely. And you want to take momentum into the playoffs. There's also pride on the line for these guys individually.
Yeah, momentum and pride. Yeah, I'd make room for them and put them both in uniform.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, he's going to rifle one deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Denzel Perry to bring him down. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes goes down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, he shifts past him. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 137 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas. Now Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body can...
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown. Another score, this lead gets even bigger, and Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot, but how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Steelers ready for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Trubisky. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Here's Trubisky. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. Here's Trubisky to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Trade him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And that'll be caught by Fehoko. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man to the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
The Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders continue to pour it on here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear.
What's up, Togo? Hey, I don't even know Mo's number. Do you have Mo's number? Yeah, can I get it? No, I just wanted to know, like, just in case I need to take off, like, you know what I mean? And then, like, I wanted to ask him if, like, I got my daughter's boyfriend. I don't know if I could see if he could get them hours or something. He's 20. He's 24. Okay, thanks, Philly. Okay, shoot. Okay, bye.
case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And it
Oh, hey, can you work tomorrow morning with me? Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. Huh? Hello? If you can I just let me know, and then I'm just gonna tell Joe. Yeah, 5 in the morning. Huh? Shit, I can't hear you, bro. Yeah, 5 to 1. Cause you already work in the afternoon, eh? Yeah. Okay. What? Tomorrow then? Okay. Shoot. I'll see you tomorrow then. Oh. What is that? Oh, where you gonna be? Yeah. Shit. Oh. Yeah. Ah, that's all right. Just come in when you can, Sully. But come. Because if you come late, I can go home early. Deal. Yeah. Deal. I know, man. Okay, shoot. Oh, just come in when you can. Okay? All right, 5.
across the 45 before he's run down. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trubisky will throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Again, it's Trubisky. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was... Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Tell you gotta send me a picture so I can send it to my bosses. He wanted to see what you look like.
And no return here.
Okay, thanks, Luke.
They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. From the 25 on second down, Carr, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So the big play to kick off the drive set him up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Carr now to throw. And this one complete. It's Fehoko. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Here's Carr. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tyson Alualu gets in there and drops it. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I remember.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but just show them a lot of different looks. And they did that in the first half, you know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Got his man, it's Fehoko. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Right now.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Rolling to his left. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
It's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you know, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, and he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders just continue to roll.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now out come the Steelers. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Trubisky to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Devontae Adams to the field again. Glancing down at the stat sheet, and we've been tracking it, but you get a 100-yard game, you're really happy. You're over 200 like he is. You probably want that ball after this game, don't you?
You want that one. You want to continue to call the same plays. In any other game you play, you're having one of those magical performances that just never want to end. And you know something? Your fellow receivers, they get those clenched grins right now like, congratulations, but why isn't it me?
Well, so far, it's been all about him. It's a 1st down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. On play action, now Carr on the move to his left. He'll look downfield for Waller. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive. Carlson on for the PAT. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
From the 27, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this one caught by Beasley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against him because you're running away from people on it.
He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this week.
Certainly was. I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice. Obviously, your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense. A complete team victory.
So for Las Vegas, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they'll return week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh.